This is David Rovix with a song for today. One songwriter's take on the history of the world, one song at a time. Available wherever you get your podcasts. There was a lot of fine rhetoric involved with the rebellion against British rule among the colonial subjects who led what became known as the American Revolution. But after it was over and all the dead were buried, the slaves were still slaves, and the poor tenant farmers were still poor tenant farmers. And in the case of many of those tenant farmers, the landlords wanted every penny of the rent due to them during the time that their renters were off following frivolous pursuits like liberty or death. Outraged by this outrage, they rebelled. Tenant farmers in western Massachusetts shut down the courts forcibly. Thousands marched, armed, through the streets and forests of the region, keeping the courts from functioning for 3 years. Keeping the courts closed meant there could be no evictions. Thousands of militiamen were brought in from outside of the region to put down the rebellion in the middle of the very cold winter of 1788. The nominal leader of the rebellion, Daniel Shays, went into hiding and was eventually pardoned, but punishments varied wildly and in 2 cases involved execution. Although the rebellion was defeated and the tenant-farmer system continued to exist afterwards, it caused a big stir among the powers that be, and is often credited with being a major impetus for the addition of to the Constitution of the Bill of Rights. If the so-called revolutionary leadership was not going to free the slaves, stop hunting Indians, or distribute land to tenant farmers, then what was this revolution about? The Bill of Rights didn't go anywhere to address these sorts of concerns, but it was something. I was raised in Massachusetts on the farm where I was born. Ever since I was a young lad, to the fields I was sworn. Before our corn could go to market, it was stolen from the mill and sent to Mother England from here in the Berkshire Hills. So when I heard there'd be a rising, I put on a uniform, slept barefoot in the mud beneath thunderstorms. In war there is no glory, just friends and comrades killed, shattered lives and broken homes here in the Berkshire Hills. In the Continental Army, the years dragged on and on. With the French, we fought the Redcoats, so many people dead and gone. Ticonderoga, they surrendered. We had won this test of wills, and those of us left alive came back here to the Berkshire Hills. Then began the nightmare all over once again. Revolutions, debtors' prisons filled with good, upstanding men. We said to hell with King John Adams. Of this farce we'd had our fill, and we set our sights on liberty here in the Berkshire Hills. Courts, they couldn't function, their judges on the run. Each new day we had our farms was a victory we'd won. For years We kept our land, held our ground until we made our last stand by Great Barrington. Here in the Berkshire Hills, my name is Danielle Shays, and I'm speaking to you now. If I fought a revolution, maybe you can tell me how. I was born a poor man, and I'm a poor man still. Bury me beneath the hemlock here in the Berkshire Hills. This has been a Song for Today from David Rovics, making popular education popular again. If you go to davidrovics.com, you can hear lots of other episodes of this and other podcasts, see where I'm touring next, and get on my email list. You can also click on CSA there on my website and join my community-supported art program, which is mainly how I get by in the free streaming era. I hope to see you sometime soon again here on the internet or on the road and hopefully in the streets.